sound effects coming through. My mic is amazing, mate.
Yeah, you're picking it up, man.
So, welcome back to another episode of I've Heard It Both Ways, a podcast that always rises to the top.
I swear you've done that one before, but
Have I
yeah.
done that before?
Yeah,
I haven't done it in the last month, so I think
Exactly.
it's all right, mate.
That's all right. Bit of recycling.
Yeah. Save the planet.
Exactly. Just like the planet. You know. Did you know, Zach, that last week was National Sickie Day?
National Sickie Day.
Yeah.
As in, what, a day where you're allowed to take a sickie, or like
look
just
at
the
this
day
guy pretending
most
that he doesn't know
likely-
what a sickie is.
Now, I know what sickie is. I don't know what National Sickie Day is.
Yeah, so apparently an estimated 350,000 employees take February the 3rd off. I don't know why. They took that day off last year. 350,000, which cost the country 45 million.
Mate, I know the reason.
Oh, go on. I was going to give you some suggestions, but if you know it.
What's it called? How they try to name a month after something. Like they have Movember, where you're meant to grow yourself a moustache.
A moustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's for testicular cancer. Well, in January, for the last couple of years, and maybe it was only since last year, they've been doing dry January or
Dry-annuary.
I don't know how to say it. Dry-annuary, exactly.
Yeah.
So, February the 1st comes and everyone just gets plastered. They go out for their first drink of the year and they just get destroyed. So February the 3rd, everyone's calling in sick.
That is one of the suggestions, actually.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
They're saying it's that, or people going to job interviews because it's in January you just hate your job, innit?
Yeah. So you line up a job interview.
Yeah, February, like right, that's it. February, I'm getting you a job. Or it's too cold and dark to go outside, But I think, good theory there.
I just that was the first thing that comes to my mind, but I can't really imagine that so large a majority of the population actually participated in dry January. I think most people forget that. I'm drinking all the time.
Yeah, well, as we said last time, I had a few friends doing the veganuary thing.
Yeah, the vegan one came out now, isn't it?
Failing. But even though they failed during January, on February they just ate loads of meat.
Exactly.
So it's
like, I gotta catch up.
And you got to catch up, but you didn't do it anyway. So
they've got to catch up on the meat eating.
That's what I mean. So they didn't do it anyway. So it's like they're eating extra meat.
Yeah,
on top of the meat they ate in January anyway.
Mate. Do you know what I had? I had oh my gosh, mate. One of the high street fast food chains had a vegan version of their burger, and I had to try it. Well, I say I had to try it.
I've seen lots of them. Yeah. Which one are you talking about? KFC?
It's the KFC one, mate.
Yeah. Did you have it?
Chicken burger, yeah.
You sucker!
Well, no, I didn't. I only bought it because it was on an offer. Do you get me? Mate,
as in, it was on offer. It was on sale.
Yeah, well, you don't usually call it on sale when you're buying a burger.
No, but I thought you offer. Oh yeah, buy a chicken, get a vegan free. But no, it was just an offer, but for $4.99.
Yeah, they had the special promotional price. So I got it and I tasted it. Mate, I would eat that,
But
I would eat that.
So you did eat it evidently.
No, exactly.
But did it just taste like the coating of?
No, this is it. I think it was the flavoring. It was the 7 secret herbs and spices that got me. Do you know what I mean?
You get all 7, yeah.
I got all
7 came out, yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I didn't have a real chicken burger next to it to compare. Do you get what I mean? So I'm pretty sure that if I had the real one next to it, it would have tasted a bit more like trash. But because I haven't had a chicken burger in ages, and that one came with all the flavouring and all the
But that's not really the purpose. That's not really the purpose, is to have a chicken one next to it. It's for people who can't have chicken. It's
No,
like
mate, firstly, there's nobody who can't have chicken. It's for people who are making a moral stand to not have chicken.
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, mate, no one is poultry intolerant. Do you get what I mean? They're just choosing to not eat chicken.
I guess. Okay, let's not alienate our vegetarian listeners, mate.
Mate, I'm not alienating them. I'm on their side. Go with your choice. Stand strong with your choice.
Stand strong. So, did it convert you
To what?
To
somebody who would try a vegan burger? Well, I was already that. To someone who's gonna to exclusively be a vegan eater? No, that can never happen.
No. But no, everyone was doing it because of the veganuary. Everyone was doing it. They were doing like I saw vegan tuna. I saw vegan. Yeah, I saw vegan everything. Obviously, I didn't try any. Right, and they had the because I can I eat meat, so what am I gonna have that for?
I know, but that's the same as anyway. I was gonna say you can have it on the side instead of your Brussels sprouts, instead of your broccoli. Yeah. Have a little vegan square or something.
Yeah, can I have a chicken meal, but instead of the fries, can I have a vegan burger?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Zach, have you ever calling in sick at work?
Mate, I'm actually good. I don't call in sick.
Well, you must have done it one time. I'm talking about genuinely. If you're genuinely as well as not.
No. I'm really like healthy. I'm as strong as an ox, mate. I don't get sick that often. Not sick enough to not go to work. I must have. I'm sure, especially in my early jobs, I've called in sick before.
Yeah, because you tend to put on the voice, don't you?
Mate, I used to work the phones, so people would have to call me to tell me they were sick. You get what I mean? And the voice, you could just hear it. And it's like they're gearing up for it. It's like at the beginning of the podcast where you got to get like yourself ready with your podcast voice. Yeah. That's what I hear from them. But they're like 10 seconds too late. It's like they didn't expect me to answer the phone. La. Yeah. Exactly. The first diseased syllable, I can hear it come out and I can hear the difference.
But that only works if you've got a sore throat, though, isn't it? Because if you're like, oh yeah, I've got diarrhea. What are you talking like that?
Exactly. But at the same time, mate, you can't call work and tell them you've got diarrhea, mate.
No, that's the one.
Here's the double bluff. Exactly.
That's the one. No, because they can't. They can't question that. No
one will question your diarrhea. Especially if you start.
That's embarrassing for you.
Yeah. Especially if you start to go into detail, mate. I think they'll just hang up the phone quickly.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, you just be like, yeah, I know what diarrhea is, man. Why explain it to me? Well, explain it to me for. So what kind of excuses have you heard then, Zach?
What have I heard?
Yeah, is it
just the same old stuff?
Yeah,
it's just the same old stuff. And sometimes you're in that standoff of the person's not actually ill.
Yeah, and
you've now got to like tell the store manager this person isn't coming in for their shift. And I don't know. It's just that awkward thing.
You drop him in. You're like, oh, he says
it's not even dropping him in. It's even if they are ill. Even if they are ill, mate, it's a thing of okay. Now we're short-staffed. There's only 4 of us in the shop today, and 2 people are going home in half an hour, and this person who's meant to come in isn't coming in anymore. So it's that kind of looking at each other, eye rolling, mutual understanding that they might be making it up.
So what happens then? Because you're talking about quite a big chain of supermarkets, aren't you?
No. Well, I was talking about actually when I was in like a small shop where there's like a small staff, just like 5 people at a time.
Then that is a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But also, if we go to like when I worked in that big chain supermarket, we need a certain amount of people on checkouts, and it gets to the point where if you're down by 2 people, the queues will go crazy. And when the queues go crazy, you're fighting those lines for a long time, mate. Yeah. There's a lot of there's a lot of effort that goes into bringing down the queues.
Yeah.
Like we have to get everybody off of stacking shelves, come and either help pack some bags or jump on a till or do something until we get the tills manageable again.
So there's no supply people that you can call in.
Well, just like emergency workers.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen in a supermarket, mate. If we had people on call, what are you imagining? Like some fire station full of checkout staff that we can call them in an emergency.
Nah, just some
then they would have a
teenagers
job,
that
mate.
need to work.
They would have a job. If
You
we
know
had
what I mean? Just in like some pool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they should do, isn't it? Just like but any retail shop.
That's actually a good shout, you know. That might be a nice business there.
Right.
But to be honest, most places they just have people on low contracts, and when they need extra staff, that's when they just make overtime available. Yeah. Certain times I would have to call people up and ask, "Do you want to do any overtime for this evening shift?" Stuff like that. So
yeah, because in this article about the Sicky Day, they were talking. They were mentioning all the funny excuses.
Yeah, go on.
So there's the dog ate my specs.
Dog ate my specs.
Dog ate my specs. I can't get out. I always think that actually, because I've only got one pair of glasses, and if I break my glasses, you know, I'm not coming out blind. So that's it.
Fair enough.
Lucky I don't have a dog. It's foggy in my house. Apparently, it was one of the.
Not even on my street, just in my house, localized in my house.
Yeah, it's foggy in my house. Left the window open. There's apparently one person called in and said, "I injured myself leaping like a salmon."
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What's leaping like
they
a
broke
salmon?
a rib after leaping.
What, into a pool?
To be a salmon on the beach.
Oh my gosh! Okay. No, I can kind of imagine that. So you jump in the air and flail yourself around, and then land back in again.
Just say that, you know, I broke my rib, innit? You got to know your boss quite well to just be like, I was leaping like a salmon.
To be giving extra details, but you know what it is? Sometimes the details can sell your story for you, but then sometimes
it's
the
true.
details...
It's like the diarrhea thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's embarrassing. Exactly. So you're like, oh, it must be true.
But sometimes the details will do you in. It's like you gave too many details, and now we've got the data, and it doesn't correlate. Doesn't make sense what you just said.
Or now that's gonna follow you all the time. Like you're the salmon. You're the salmon guy.
Yeah.
You're that guy. Actually, a friend of mine, just last week, actually, you know him as well. I won't say any names, but you might be able to guess who it was. But he going home on he had a few drinks from a pub. He fell over and didn't put his arms out, and he broke his collarbone, and he's out for collarbone, mate. And he apparently had some chips with him. So I was like, well, were the chips all right? He's saving the chips and broke his collarbone.
I don't even want to laugh this much, mate. But breaking your collarbone, that's something that happens when you fall down a ravine or something like this.
How do you fall on your collarbone?
Exactly.
His chest was proper out, isn't it? I don't know. I did it. I really I want there to be CCTV.
Exactly.
Apparently nothing was around him. He just fell over.
He fell over a stray chip. It was a chip that tripped him up, mate. That's what it was.
Maybe a chip was falling.
Yeah.
But I was like, why didn't you put your hands over?
What was his answer? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Why.
That's too much, man.
Yeah.
So he had to call into work and say, I broke my collarbone falling over without putting my hands out to stop me.
No, I think it's one of those where you don't tell the whole story.
Exactly.
You just broke my collarbone. Yeah, but he said actually that he broke his collarbone and then he was trying to call someone and then he just passed out. I was trying to call the ambulance.